standing in the middle of a mature maritime evergreen forest. Maritime meaning by the coast, evergreen being a forest that never loses its leaves. Evergreens are really critical to these forests by the coast because they can take salt spray. Life here at the beach is all about salt spray. The habitats are very much dictated by how much salt spray. This area is just far enough back from the ocean for these really mature trees to have developed. Closer to the ocean, there will be scrub, really low-growing bushes. But in here, you can see off to the right, really large live oak trees. They're multi-trunked. They do that as an adaptation to the wind. Many of the trunks will survive, many of them won't. You'll see behind you dead trunk limbs ready to fall off. The forest floor is littered with leaves and broken limbs from various storms. So underneath our feet is this mass of old leaves. Now, evergreen trees don't lose all their leaves like most of your deciduous trees do. So this is not 1 year's worth of leaf fall. This is many years of slow decomposing, making soil in this environment. And that soil is critical to basically land building. This is all an old rolling dune field, and off on my left you can see the old rolling dunes that were stabilized by the plants and held in place. And in the low pockets, water collects. And so off here behind me is a low spot with lots of vines, and vines love these forests. And so the low spots, the vines will get started, and in here are a lot of catbrier and grapevines. You'll find 100-year-old grapevines in these forests all over the place. The other thing that's common in these forests are these loblolly pines, like this one behind me reaching up. Loblolly pines, all pines sort of lose about 1/3 of their needles every year, so they keep some needles on them but then lose others. And you'll see around the bottom of the forest lots of young pines. Many of these won't survive. They'll come up, not make it too hard an environment, but some of them will come up and grow into these taller ones. So it becomes a very mixed environment, and the different winds. You'll see the tilt of trees from the northeast winds, and this one was tilted by a hurricane that came from the other direction. So you can actually read the history of the landscape around us here in the forest.